What you just saw was my custom drum set that I made for CloneHero, YARG, and Fortnite Festival. This drum set is 3D printed and is powered by PiPico using Sandtroller as the programming platform. I'm not going to have a long tutorial on how to make this drum set, as Sandtroller has a typed instruction set on how to do something like this. It seems like no one has ever put that instructions together. Not the pieces here are of my design. It's just that the wiring and how to do it and the programming has already been out there with Sandtroller for quite a while, it seems. So that's the part that I'm going to go over, is my stuff, what I've done. And then I'm going to direct you to Sandtroller for everything else. There are a few things in the instruction set that I will go over just for clarification, but I don't really plan on doing a super long step-by-step tutorial. I think this is pretty self-explanatory with the context that I will be showing you. So with that, let's go over exactly what I've done. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is the drums themselves. So unfortunately for you, not for me, I'm not very good at CAD. So basically all of this was done in Tinkercad using basic shapes that are available in that system. Fortunately for me, that means I get something that I want and it works good enough. Unfortunate for you, that means that you're probably not going to be too thrilled with the creativity, but it will work. It's very functional. But with that said, if you want to make changes, if you want to make a remix, if you want to take this and run with it, please do. That's the whole point. This is just a starting point. I don't want to be the final creator. I don't want this project to die like this. This is just a concept that I'm able to do with the skills that I have. If you have better skills and you want to make this better, please do that. I will print it out, I will test it, I will play with it, I will support you. This is just what I can do. So with that said, let's talk about each piece. So you have the drum pad itself, which is printed in PLA, which is this green part. The black part is just a thin TPU section to dampen the sound and add a little bit of bounce. You could use any other material like TPU that's similar to TPU. I know there's a whole bunch of new stuff. This is just what I had here. Underneath this portion is the actual device that detects the hits. That is a piezo speaker. It's called a speaker because it can be a speaker, not a very good one. But with that, it can also detect when something is being hit. That's the same technology that is used in all of the other drum sets, from Rock Band, from Guitar Hero, stuff like that. It uses the same sort of technology. From there, it goes underneath. There's a hole right here. Oh. We'll just silence this. Okay. So there's a wire that comes from the piezo, goes out this hole into the Raspberry Pi. The next thing is these wedges. This is to get it obviously off the table because it's not fun just smacking a flat surface. I have magnets on the side here. You can put them on either side because it's the same shape for each corner. That way you have just an easy way to align it. The magnets don't necessarily, these ones aren't that powerful, so it's not that great. But it does help with aligning them in a nice manner. You can always put them wherever you want. That's why I did it like this. I wanted a system that you could set on your desk or table or whatever. You could easily stack them and put them away, and then you can put them wherever you want on your desk that's comfortable for you. You can also expand this if you wanted to. I only have the original 4, but CloneHero supports Pro drums, so if you wanted to add more drums, you technically could if you wanted to. The system would work for that, and we'll go over why later. On the bottom of the wedge, I put some grip tape, just, you know, so it doesn't slide around. It's pretty easy. So that's how the drum works, and that's how this one is, and that goes same for the red one. The two middle ones, we'll use the blue as the example. If I can get it out here. It may not let me. Just grab both. Okay. These two middle ones are bigger wedges and have holes in the back. That's so you can easily store the multiplexer, which we'll go over, and the Raspberry Pi Zero. And then in this one, you can store the cable. Right now I'm using a blue braided cable to go to the computer, and you can easily store that here. As well as when you have it set up, I kind of store all of the cables that I can in this one, and that way it looks nice on the desk. Now when it comes to differences between the middle pieces and the edge pieces, it's basically just thickness. I made these wedges bigger so they're up above, that way there's a differentiation between each one. That's kind of how they are on the original. If you kind of look, they kind of go like this in an arch, and so that's what I was kind of going for by doing this, and an easy way that I could do. Again, this is a simple shape on Tinkercad that I've made work with this. So, very simple, very amateurish. I hope you're understanding that. I want you, and that's why I'm putting this out there, to go and try to remix it, find different ways of doing this, what have you. I just want to get the ball rolling. If this is where it ends, hey, at least we have something. You can make your own drum set if you want to. It won't be the best, it won't be the prettiest, but it will work, and you will have fun, and that's all that matters. As far as the electronics go, as I mentioned, it is a Raspberry Pi Zero. Pi Zero. It's a Pico. Raspberry Pi Pico. It's a Pico 2. You could use a Pico 1. I have a Pico 2. It's easier to get a Pico. I got Raspberry Pi Zero on the brain because I got other stuff I'm using with those. Anyway, Raspberry Pi Pico. It's a Pico. And a 8-channel multiplexer. You can also use a 16-channel. You can add even more drums if you want. I don't know why you would need any more than 8, but that's your choice, and you can do that. Now, I've gone for this breakout board. You could easily just solder everything directly to the Pico, but I like the breakout board, especially since I was doing a lot of testing and a lot of experimenting and trying to get the thing to work to begin with. So that's why I went with the breakout board. Comes in handy. And that's about it. I mean, that's it for the main brains of the whole thing. Once you wire it up and you program it with Sandtroller, it's ready to go for the most part. Now, within Sandtroller, you do have to fine-tune the drums. There's a little bar where it's detecting the hits, and so you kind of gotta get all that dialed in. It's going to be different for each time you build it, so there's not a magic number that I can tell you. And then in there you're going to have to set the timing so you're not getting double hits or triple hits or anything like that, especially because of the bounce. But it's all straightforward in the software. It's not hard. And like I said, I would go over that with you if I thought it would help you, but I feel like it will hinder you because then you'll be trying to use my numbers, my stuff, all that. And it's going to be different. It's going to be different with every single setup. If you have a different thickness of PLA that you use, a different material that you use, let's say you use PETG, you could, it's up to you. Let's say you use a thicker piece of TPU than I did. You could, that's up to you. I can't, it's going to be different. And like I said, it's just a little slider. It's not hard. So yeah, that's that part. I will show you the base pedal. Now the base pedal I did print in PETG. I do recommend that. Now you could also do PLA Pro, I guess, but you just want a stronger material with the base pedal because you are going to be, you know, smacking it around. This model I did not make. It is from another user on Maker World that made this, and the references are in my build sheet to that as well. But this is just basically an exact clone of a Rock Band bass pedal, which is what I wanted. Again, put grip tape on the top and on the bottom. And all of this is using is a FX pedal switch. The reason for that is because it already has a little bit of a spring to it. Now, in my instructions, I do say that you could add an accessory spring to help with the bounce if you feel that that's not enough. But in my experience and with my skill, it's fine. These things are rated a lot better than a regular micro switch. These are designed to have someone's foot constantly hitting it, since this is for an effects pedal. So it's just going to be way more durable. Very simple to wire up, just 2 wires. You're going to go to ground and then one of the actual signal slots on your Pico. Again, it's all laid out in the instructions for on Sandtroller. So simple design, very good, and it works. As for the sticks, I just bought cheap ones off of Amazon. You could 3D print your own. There's models out there. I'm sure they will work just fine. I'm going to go over what Sandtroller lacks in context. In the instructions, when it's talking about wiring up the piezo, it talks about that you need a 1 ohm resistor as well as a 3.3 volt Zener diode. Now, it's not very clear on how that setup should work, so that's what we're going to go over. What you're going to do is from the red wire of the piezo, which you can kind of see here, is you're going to have a direct wire from the red wire all the way to your Pi Pico 2. At that same connection to the wire that goes to your Pi Pico, you are going to have first one end of the 1 ohm resistor connected to that red wire. Then on the other end of that resistor, you're going to have the front end of the diode, which is marked with a black line. And then on the back end of that diode, you're going to have a wire that then connects to the black wire on the piezo, which is your ground wire. And then that will go to the ground on your Pi Pico 2. It's not very clear in the instructions for Sandtroller that that's what you need to do, but that is what you need to do. If you don't do that, you will get a whole bunch of noise on the piezo and you'll never get good hits and you'll never get it dialed in. So that's just a little bit of help there. So again, you're going to have the red wire and then a red wire that goes directly into the multiplexer in the channel that it is supposed to be in. In this case, it's channel 4, channel 3, because it starts at 0, but it's the 4th slot of channels. And then also attached to that same point, so the tip of that same wire, you'll have your 1 ohm resistor, your center diode, and then that all goes to ground. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask, and you can put them in the comments of this video, or you can put them where these files are, and that's what we'll get to. These files are hosted exclusively on MakerWorld. I know what you're thinking. Why didn't you put them on printables, or why didn't you put them on Thangs, or why didn't you put them on Thingiverse, or wherever you typically get your files? The reason I'm putting them on MakerWorld, and I'm putting them on MakerWorld exclusively, is because all of the files that I have put on printables as well as MakerWorld, the MakerWorld ones have actually gotten used, downloaded, commented on, and I have gotten points for, which then in turn I get some money for. Printables, which has the same exact files, I have gotten basically nothing. I've gotten basically no points. I haven't gotten anything from them. Whereas with MakerWorld, I have at least gotten a little bit of something for my time. So that's why these files will be exclusive to MakerWorld. Now, what that means is that any remix that you make of this file will also have to be on MakerWorld. If that is a problem for you, please let me know. Contact me. I will work with you and we can figure something out on how to get them on another platform that you want without causing a problem. So with that, I encourage you, go to MakerWorld, the link's in the description down below, download the files and start making your own and tell me what you think. Again, I see this as a version 1. I don't think I'm going to be the one making the version 2. That could be you. And you can do a better job. If I do end up making a version 2, I'll let you know. But for now, this is good enough for me. So with that, let's play a little bit more. Alright, that's going to be it for this video. Before I go, I just wanted to make a shout out to Josh Designs on YouTube and on Printables, and I believe he has an account on Maker World. The reason is because he designed this Guitar Hero controller. And the reason that is significant is because this controller is thinner than a standard Guitar Hero controller. And the reason that matters to me is because I cannot play a standard Guitar Hero controller without cramping within half a song. It doesn't matter what the song is, just due to something in my hands. I don't know, maybe that I played too much Guitar Hero as a kid. I have no idea what's going on, but it hurts. But this guitar allows me to play as much as I want, and it doesn't hurt my hand. So it means a lot to me that he designed this guitar. Now, he didn't design this guitar with that in mind, but it benefits me, so that's why I am shouting him out. He knows this. We've met a couple times at Murph, so he knows that him designing this means quite a bit to me. But if he hadn't designed this, then I would have wanted to design the drum set, because then I wouldn't be really playing CloneHero or any rhythm instrument game at all. So if he didn't make this, I would make that, so that's why it also means even more now. Plus we discussed drum set together a couple times, and well, I finally did it. I finally got something done, and it works, and it's great, and yeah, it's I'm just happy. So thank you for watching this video. Please hit that like button, hit that hype button if it appears. I guess, I don't know. I don't know if I qualify for that or anything at all, but leave a comment down below. Go check out the files on Maker World, make your own, check it out, do all that stuff. If there is a Murph this year, they haven't announced the dates, but if there is, the drum set will make an appearance along with this guitar and a few other things that I've made. So, yeah, that's about it. If you've watched this long, thank you very much. I appreciate it, and see you in the next video.